The following audio may contain the personal testimonials of some OPTAVIA coaches or clients of OPTAVIA. The results relayed in these messages are based on the unique experiences of the participants, and we cannot guarantee like or similar outcomes. While you may be inspired by these accounts, please note that any stories of success have not been verified, and your individual path to optimal health will vary. As always, it is our recommendation that you consult with a healthcare provider before starting a weight loss program. Yours in health, the OPTAVIA team.
All right, we are going to go ahead and get going. Hey, welcome everybody to the OPTAVIA Habits of Health call. I'm Amber Smithson, Presidential Director and Certified Health Coach with OPTAVIA. And we are just so excited to have you on the call. Go ahead, put in the chat where you're coming from tonight, where hometown is, where you're watching us from, even if you're out of town. We get a lot of viewers from all over the country, and we just have so much fun. So some of you on the webinar tonight, you may be an OPTAVIAN, right? That's who we all are. We're part of this OPTAVIAN community. You might be a client, you might be a health coach, you might be a health professional, or maybe you're just checking us out. You're saying, what is this OPTAVIA stuff all about? But either way, we are so excited that you're here with us tonight. And you may hear things tonight that have to do with different phases of health. It may be the weight loss phase or transition. It may have to do with optimizing your health after weight loss. So any of these might be talked about. So make sure you connect with your health coach if you have any questions about it. So tonight, I am so excited to introduce our amazing guest speaker, Jennifer Chrisman, and she comes to us from OPTAVIA Corporate. And she is a registered dietitian, and we're just so excited for her to tell us a little bit more about the science behind our amazing fuelings that we utilize in our health programs. And I'm going to go ahead and throw it over to you, Jen.
Well, thanks, Amber. I really appreciate that. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so everyone can.
Oh, and while you're doing that, Jen, Go ahead, keep sharing. I want you guys, while Jen's doing this presentation, if you have any questions, go ahead and throw those in the chat. And we also have Alexandra Miller, who is from our nutrition support team, on helping us man the chat. And we may even get to some of those live at the end if we have time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Alex is on to answer any questions that you have throughout, and then hopefully we'll be able to get some of your questions at the end as well. So thank you, Amber. I'm super excited to be here. I'm super excited to present this topic. So the other week back in convention, I actually presented this in our client track. I was so excited to present this we had over 350 clients there. And so we thought this was an awesome time to really take it back and present it again. So this is the portion of that presentation. And I had two amazing coaches with me, Megan Cody and Shirley Mast, as well in that presentation. So maybe some of you on the call or on the webinar today will remember that if you were there. So I will get on with this. So we are going to talk tonight about the magic inside the OPTAVIA Fueling. And just a slide about myself that I had presented. Thank you. Want to connect with me on Instagram, feel free. I post a lot of interesting nutrition information on my Twitter account and Instagram, so feel free. I have been with OPTAVIA, was Medifast, and Take Shape for Life for 7 years now, and I have some specialties in adult weight management, and I'm just really excited to be here with you guys tonight. Okay, so I am going to speak about mainly the ingredients in our fuelings and some of the unique attributes of it, and then hopefully we'll have time for questions. So everyone out there, Amber said, everyone may be in a different phase, and I posed this question when we were at convention. I was like, all right, so where are you in your transformation? Are you in the weight loss phase? Are you in the optimization phase? Like what phase are you in? And so if you just take a look at this, we have the 5-in-1, the 4-2-in-1, transition, 3-in-3, and then if you're in another phase. So I just asked you to kind of reflect on that as we're going through the presentation tonight. Most people, when I did ask at convention, most people did say they were on the 5-in-1 plan, and that is our most popular weight loss plan. Okay, so let's get down to it. Let's talk a little bit here about our unique Fuelings. And I just love our Fuelings. They are all with the same nutritional profile. And I think a lot of people realize this, but let's take a look at it. They're all 90 to 110 calories. They're all relatively lower in fat, 3 grams of fat or less, and low in saturated fat. And they have a range of carbohydrates to protein. And this is very important because the ratio is about 1-to-1 on the carbohydrates to protein. And what that does is it actually helps you to feel full when you're eating the Fuelings, and it can help to stabilize blood sugar levels. So I like to point that out. So within the carbohydrates is the dietary fiber. And the fiber, again, most of our Fuelings have 4 to 5 grams. So that fiber actually helps you to feel full as well. So there's just a really nice balance within our Fuelings, and they're all the same. So no matter what you choose, if you choose a brownie, a bar, a shake, they're all interchangeable and they all fit within our program. So I think that we like to carry that through to the new OPTAVIA line, which I think is amazing. So I always like to point that out and just to say, that is so unique to our program. So another unique item to our Fuelings is our flavor profile. We have all different kinds of flavor profiles. So we have globally sourced ingredients from the cinnamon and the chia, and then we have savory items like the soups and the crunchers, and then we have sweet items like if we want chocolate items. Personally, I like the cinnamon swirl cheesecake, and then of course the chocolate shakes are always a favorite as well. So what we've done is we've created a variety here. So if you are getting tired of one thing, you might try another thing. But when these types of things happen and you're trying to choose Fuelings that you think are going to work for you, I always encourage you to talk to your coach. Your coach has most likely been in your shoes. So if you're looking for, okay, what Fuelings are going to work for me when, really talking to your coach about that is vital. So the next part that I love about our Fuelings are the fortification. So this is very interesting and unique to our Fuelings. So every time you eat 5 of our Fuelings on the 5-in-1 plan, you're receiving 100% of your vitamins and minerals. And so there's no need to take a multivitamin. So that is very unique to our program. If you take a look at this slide, all of the fortification is listed here. Most Fuelings provide 20% of each of the vitamins and minerals. So when you have 5 of them, you're getting 100%. So does this mean that you don't have to take any type of fortification? Well, no, we always recommend you talk with your healthcare provider. Some people take an additional fish oil supplement. And I point that out because not everyone eats fish twice a week. We encourage that, especially I'm a dietitian. I would love for everyone to have 2 servings of fish every week, but we just know that that's not reality. So we do offer a fish oil supplement, but it's our heart health supplement. But, a lot of people take extra fish oil. Some people take extra vitamin D, which is fine. And we'll talk a little bit about that later as well. Okay, so what is different about our OPTAVIA Fuelings? We just launched the rest of them at convention. It was super exciting. So, well, you can see right here, there's no flavors, colors, sweeteners from artificial sources. I think that in and of itself is huge. People want that. They want that more clean label, and they just really taste really good too when you don't have the artificial sources in there. The other great thing about our OPTAVIA line is it contains a probiotic, Ganadin BC30. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about probiotics and what that probiotic in particular brings to the table for us. And then I mentioned a little bit about vitamin D, and our OPTAVIA Essentials line has 50% more vitamin D. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that too. So I don't know if anybody has one of the new packaging in front of them, but the new packaging is more on trend. And then we have really neat, unique names with them as well. So we do have our two lines of our OPTAVIA Fuelings. We have our Essential line, which has our most variety, and then we have our Select line. And so with the Essential line, you'll notice that these were the reformulated products from the Medifast Classic line. And, you know, I have to say, I've tasted every single one of these. They are so good. There's so much variety. And I think that our product development team has done a fantastic job with these. One of my favorites here in this picture is the strawberry shake. I just love that one. And then, of course, I do love the caramel bar as well. So that's our Essential line. And remember, this is the line that has the extra vitamin D in it. And then, of course, we have our Select line. This is the one that has a little more niche flavors profile in them. So if you like things like curry or the rosemary biscuit, things like that, just a little different. It's a little more niche flavoring. What I like about this line is that it gives people a choice for a non-GMO, non-genetically modified line. So the soy in this line is non-GMO. So we're giving people options. So our customers and our clients and our coaches have asked for this, so it's here for you. So if you haven't had a chance to try this line, I encourage you to, order some of these products and give them a try. The mac and cheese are really unique and tasty, and the hot cereals are as well. So let's go into a little more in depth here about vitamin D. So what I posed when I did this presentation at convention was I asked the audience, how many people have had their vitamin D levels checked? I mean, I know I have. Amber, I don't know. Have you had your vitamin D levels checked?
I actually had a full panel done after my brain surgery about 6 months ago. And yeah,
you were good?
I was doing good. It was probably because of I do this.
Yes. Well, that is awesome. That, the vitamin D deficiency in America is, as you know, very prevalent. Vitamin D is called the sunshine vitamin. So in order to get adequate vitamin D, not only do you want to eat foods that are rich in vitamin D, but you want to get out in the sun just a little bit, not too much, but vitamin D is synthesized on the skin. So you want to get outside in the sunshine for a couple minutes a day. And how many of people are, stuck inside all day? So they're not getting out in the sun and getting what they need. So, vitamin D has a couple different functions. The two that I'm going to point out here is that it's really important for your immune health. It's important that we have adequate levels of vitamin D so our immune function is functioning at a good level, optimally, right? So we want to make sure that we're setting ourselves up for health. So we're setting ourselves up not for illness, we're setting ourselves up for health. So vitamin D is very important with immune health. The other item here is bone health. You need calcium and vitamin D for healthy, strong bones, especially as you go through the life cycle, especially, it's important for men, but it's important for women as well, to make sure that you have adequate vitamin D along with the calcium so you have strong bones. There's other things that affect bone health like exercise as well, but we want to make sure that we're not deficient in that vitamin D.
I love that, Jen, that our Fuelings are really, they're not just for weight loss. They work great for weight loss, but really for good health long-term, even after you're at your healthy weight.
Exactly. So you're getting that good nutrition with that profile, the thoughtfully laid out macronutrients along with the micronutrients. Absolutely. So the Essential line does have that 50% more vitamin D. Absolutely. Okay, so let's move on here to probiotics. Lots of people take probiotics and they might not know why. Probiotics, along with several other things, really affect what we call our microbiome. And that has been a hot topic out in the news and just in research in general. Our microbiome affects our health. And what that consists of is all these live bacteria that are living around us. They're living on our hands. Here we have all these wonderful pictures here. Our hands in our soil, in our environment, on our steering wheel in our car. Everyone has a unique microbiome. But what we can do to make that microbiome healthy and set us up for health is by introducing good bacteria into our digestive system. So within our digestive system, actually over 70% of our immune health comes from our digestive tract. And that's just for health in general. So what we put into our digestive system can really have an impact on that bacteria and those levels within we call it the gut. So if you're eating high fat foods, high sugar foods, high sodium foods, you can really have a nice breeding ground for some bad bacteria in there. And that can affect, different things. It can affect absorption. It can affect your immune health, and it can affect how you're feeling. So we want to set ourselves up with some really good nutrition to help us, feel the best we can and absorb really good nutrients. So what we've done with the OPTAVIA line is we have chosen a probiotic that has some nice research to support digestive health claims. And it's Ganadin BC30. And here's the technical name, Bacillus coagulus GBI30. And this, I just say the technical name. So what's unique that I love about this probiotic is that it is designed to fit into every single one of our fuelings. And when you eat it, it's activated at the right time. So it gets down to the gut, to the intestines where it needs to be at the right time. So if you think about it, we're eating foods and we have stomach acid, right? So a lot of things are going to be broken down, or essentially acid kills things, right, in our stomach. So we wanted to choose a probiotic that wasn't killed by our stomach acids. So this probiotic actually has a little capsule on it. So it makes it through all of that in a certain amount, and then it gets down to our intestines to do the work that it needs to do. So it's helping us with our digestive health. So these can help with things. I mean, I've been in nutrition support for a couple of years, and just taking a probiotic can help you transition as you're starting the program. It can help you feel better. Some people are really changing their eating patterns, right? Who do you know before they started the program eats 3 servings of vegetables a day? A lot of people aren't doing that. So just eating the vegetables, introduces that good nutrition and fiber. So if we're helping to pair that with these awesome fuelings to really help that transformation, then we're doing a good job. So I really like the Ganadin because of that.
So Jennifer, I've known that some clients have had a little bit of digestive unrest. Maybe they've had some bad bacteria in their stomach when they started, and now it's going to the good bacteria. What would you suggest if someone was having a little bit of an upset stomach in their first couple of days?
Well, if they're having an upset stomach, I would say take a look at what they're eating. Maybe if it's a certain fueling or a certain part of the lean and green that's causing that upset stomach, take thoughtful note of that, and then maybe decrease that fueling. Water is very important. Now, this is one strain of probiotic. We do sell another supplement that has extra probiotics, which is a different strain. Sometimes what people do if they're having some difficulties is they'll stay on the OPTAVIA because that will help, and then take the additional probiotics, which is a different strain. So sometimes that will help. And if it continues, then give nutrition support a call, and we can help talk through maybe it's something else. But, there can be an adjustment period. Most of the time it's temporary. So you just kind of have to get used to eating the vegetables and the lean protein and the healthy foods. Sometimes the vitamins and minerals might give people an upset stomach. We don't see that often, but we do see people that if they can't tolerate taking a multivitamin, they might not tolerate too many of the vitamins and minerals, but that doesn't happen very often. Yeah.
Thanks. That's good to know.
Yes, thank you. Okay, so moving on with additional information regarding the fuelings. One other great aspect about our fuelings is we can accommodate people for different allergens or lifestyle choices. So if someone has a food allergy to maybe soy or nuts or dairy or eggs, we're able to go in and choose fuelings that maybe they can have. So what we have here on the screen is our product claims form, and this is available to everyone on our new site, answers.optavia.com, and for coaches and coachanswers.optavia.com. And if you're having problems finding it, you can just give us a call tomorrow. And this really lays out all of the allergens. So if someone has an allergen to wheat or fish or peanuts or whatever, we can accommodate that. This also gives you a nice breakdown of how much soy is in the product. So if somebody's trying to avoid soy for whatever reason, maybe they're on thyroid medications in the morning and they need to avoid soy, or they want to avoid whatever reason they have an allergy to it, they can do that. We also have kosher items, vegetarian items. So we can accommodate a wide variety of preferences. This is a nice chart that is also available for coaches on that website I just mentioned. It goes over all the attributes and compares them of the OPTAVIA Essential and Select lines, and then of course the Classic line. What's wonderful about all of the products, all of the Fuelings, is they're all interchangeable. So you can, within the program, so you can have all of them at any time of day. Again, talk to your coach about all of that. But this is really nice because it goes over everything that we've spoken about. So the vitamins and minerals, the protein, the no colors, flavors, sweeteners from artificial sources, the additional vitamin D, the probiotics, the flavors, the non-GMO. And of course, OPTAVIA is exclusively available only from an OPTAVIA coach, which is wonderful. So I like to point that out. And if you want that resource, it's also available on that website. So to bring this all together, I will say that, like Amber said, you can have these as a snack. Like let's say, you have transitioned out of the weight loss phase, and I mean, these make wonderful snacks, great nutritious offerings. I mean, I know I take them on the go all the time. My favorite is the chicken noodle soup, if you want to be honest. I like to eat that during the day when I'm in the office. But I will say that we've also designed them to work within the program. So when you have all of the Fuelings, you're getting all of your vitamins and minerals. You're getting your full probiotic dose. You're getting that extra vitamin D. And so I will point out that it is providing you all of that really good nutrition. And it was thoughtfully designed that way, scientifically, to make sure that you were meeting all your nutrition needs. I will point out one thing that we do in the office is Alexandra, along with our other dietitian, Charlotte, on my team, we analyze these programs. We have an awesome nutritional program that we use with product development, and we take these programs and we enter them into this nutritional software, and we're making sure that we're meeting all of our nutrition needs. So as we're designing lean and green meals and Fuelings, we're thoughtfully designing them this way and making sure that we're getting everything that everybody needs. So I think that's it. I think I did a pretty good job here. We got a couple minutes left. So,
awesome.
Yes, Amber, do we have any questions coming through that we can answer? Anything you want to add?
We did get one question that I thought was a good question from Jessica, and she was asking, does bad bacteria in your gut cause you to be sick more often?
Well, I think it's very individualized. Some people will tolerate that better than others. I think if you want to feel your best and you want to set yourself up for health, you want to make sure that you're eating healthy and if you're taking the probiotics, that's actually going to set your GI tract up for health. And if you did get sick, I mean, you might, ward it off a little faster. I mean, we don't make that claim or anything, but, you do want to set yourself up for health, but everybody is going to react differently. I mean, I think a lot of us probably know that person that just eats poorly and then doesn't get sick at all. And then others who do eat poorly and do get sick. So it really is individual. That's a great question though.
Yeah, I think it does definitely. It seems that as people are promoting their gut health, and immunity is really hand in hand with that. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, it is definitely. I mean, with the majority of your immune system coming from your GI tract, you really want to, have that healthy bacteria flourishing. And what that actually does is the healthy bacteria actually drives out the bad bacteria. So it's a win-win situation. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, we can probably go ahead and stop sharing the screen.
Okay.
And anyone else who has some burning questions that weren't answered, I really want to give a shout out to Alex in the chat, who has just been doing amazingly well, answering so many questions as they're coming in as well. But yeah, I'm really loving it. I love the support that we have, both as clients and as health coaches with OPTAVIA, that you can call in 888-OPTAVIA and get nutrition support. I mean, sometimes on a phone call, you won't always get straight through. But Jen, if someone has another question, what's the email address where they could maybe reach you?
It's nutritionsupport@optavia.com.
Well, that's pretty easy.
I know it is. And, we have been getting so many great questions in nutrition support the past week and a half after convention. I mean, it's been amazing. And, everyone's loving the OPTAVIA Fuelings, and, we have these new websites available so people can go directly to the FAQs if they have a question. A lot of times your question can be answered if you just search the FAQ.
Yeah, that's such a great resource. It's just easier than ever, in my opinion, to be a coach or to be a client with OPTAVIA, because, I mean, it's all right there in front of you, right?
Yes, I know. It's so exciting. Yeah, I know. We're happy to do it. Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, one last quick question. I'm seeing some people, they're saying that their bodies, or a client of theirs, is maybe having a little trouble with the gassiness and getting accustomed to that. Do you have any tips that can help them?
Yeah. So with the gas, a lot of times it's just that transition to the extra fiber. So, drinking plenty of water and moving around, so getting up and taking a walk can help. If you notice that you're having gas after one product more so than the other, eliminate that product. Some items might have a sugar alcohol in them. Sometimes that can cause gassiness. So take a look if you see like maltitol or erythritol on something. Sometimes that can cause gas. Sometimes people have success with Gas-X or Beano if it's bad. But again, as your body adjusts, that should go down. And if it doesn't, then you need to give us a call so we can help you more individualized. But you can also do the extra probiotic that we have, the digestive health. And then of course the OPTAVIA line has the probiotics, and that it can help with gassiness. Again, as people are adjusting, they might have a little more, but just taking a close look at what you're eating. And then, of course, if you didn't tolerate, a lot of spinach before, you're probably not going to tolerate a lot of spinach now. So, just taking a close look at your veggies too. Yeah.
I love that. And I love how you pointed out that sometimes it's just moving your body more, because OPTAVIANs move our bodies.
Yeah.
Like maybe we're not this, I work out in the gym 100 hours a day or anything like that, but even just getting out and going for a walk. And that's what we teach for long-term health anyway, is moving your body and just getting things going in the right direction. So I love that.
Absolutely. I mean, your digestive tract is a muscle, so you have to get up and move, and that'll help move things through. Yeah. And then drinking that extra water will help with the fiber too. So, yeah.
I love it. Well, I think that we are about out of time, and I just want to really thank you for your time tonight. I know that you have a family and you have kids and all these things going on just like the rest of us, and that we just really appreciate the time that you took out to give us this awesome information and tell us a little bit more about the science behind our Fuelings that we all love so much.
Yes. Well, thank you, Amber. I appreciate it. And thank you, everybody. And thanks, Alex, for answering questions.
And thanks for everyone being on. Be sure to join us next week at the same time every Wednesday night at 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific on the Habits of Health call. So thanks, guys.
The following audio may have contained the personal testimonials of some OPTAVIA coaches or clients of OPTAVIA. The results relayed in these messages are based on the unique experiences of the participants, and we cannot guarantee like or similar outcomes. While you may be inspired by these accounts, please note that any stories of success have not been verified and your individual path to optimal health will vary. As always, it is our recommendation that you consult with a healthcare provider before starting a weight loss program. Yours in health, the OPTAVIA team.